The ending of this week's episode of The World's Finest Assassin, I think, was picture perfect for two specific reasons. One, Lugh has finally revealed his feelings for Dia, and we could have kind of speculated and known that Dia, among the three who we have been shown so far, the three different girls, we knew that he held Dia in a higher regard for sure. But it was just nice finally seeing him put words to his mouth and really conveying his true feelings to his father, saying that I'm in love with Dia, and the only way that I'm going to be able to accomplish one of my goals in life is to continue being part of this family, and that is going to be to marry Dia. And, she is the daughter of a count, so I'm going to have to, pursue this avenue. And his father's reaction, I think, was picture perfect in just stating that, I didn't know you could be an idiot. I didn't know you could also be stupid along with being so incredibly smart. And I felt that, in that moment, because I'm sure his father had a similar experience with his mother. When a person falls in love, you do stupid shit, right? So I'm sure he did something dumb or something similar when he found Lou's mother as well. So I think he had a moment to realize that no matter how high regard he holds his son, that there's a little stupidity there, that he's driven by his heart as well to accomplish certain things. And to accomplish one of those things, he has to continue to be part of his family, to continue to be an assassin, even with what's driving him might not be exactly like what his father had thought it would be, like some hero or some noble cause. It's really just for him to marry and do what he wants and do what the heart wants, which I thought was just a really cool scene between him and his father. And I thought it was really cool to finally see Lugh really come and really kind of give us what his true feelings were, like who's best girl to Lugh. We finally saw best girl to Lugh is Dia, and I thought that was really cool. Even though it's a really hard competition, like for me, it's Dia still number one. She's precious. I think this Dia, Maha is like really, really close, and then Tarte. But they're all perfect for him in different ways. So he's gonna have his number one and his concubines, which is gonna be pretty cool for Lugh in the future. Or it could be a mess. Who knows? But he's gonna have lots of Lugh babies. It's gonna be fantastic for him. But with all that, the other thing that I wanted to touch on too is I thought it was a really cool moment for his father to really be looking out for Lugh as well. Because although his father is like an assassin and stuff, even though his father is an assassin and he has certain, like certain obligations, the fact remains, period, that without all his obligations, his first thing is he's Lugh's father. Like, he's a father, and, he's looking out for his son, and he recognized that his son was able to make these, magnificent, he was able to realize that his son was able to make these magnificent strides and really become a merchant that could be extremely successful, not only today, but tomorrow as well. And I thought that was extremely cool for him to recognize that. He's like, yo, Balor came and talked to me and said, like, hey, you need to not be an assassin. Like, he needs to be a merchant. And the fact that his father loves him so much that he proposed the idea of, like, you don't need to inherit this. Even though, like, you would be great at this, like, you would also be great at this over here. And this could be something that you could actually think about, doing. And I wouldn't have any qualms because you're my son, And the moment that they share, I thought was really cool. And, as a father, I could definitely recognize with, you don't need to follow in my footsteps. You could go and pursue your own thing, and me or your mother wouldn't really like have qualms with that. If our line of the Tuatha stops here, we'll be okay. Somebody else in our holistic family could take place. Outside of that, though, the rest of the episode was, Lugh getting thanked by the girls and by Maha, him realizing that Maha wants to take back what was taken from her father, and him allowing her to do that, solidifying her love and her trust in him. And the girls that work for Maha, they love Lugh as well, not in like an intimate way, but they just love him for saving them. I thought that was really cool. And then obviously he finally gets assigned his first assassination. After their back and forth with with his dad, he finally gets assigned his first assassination, which we'll probably see next episode. But overall, like every week, this show continues to impress me. The writing, the deep characters, the way that a lot of them are flawed in certain ways. Like I think like the characters are portrayed and written in such a fantastical way. I think it's great. Seeing the love that Lugh has for his home and what he's able to accomplish is fantastic. And just the supporting characters are fantastic. I just think like the story is just really good and really engaging, and I'm very excited to see what ends up happening when the hero actually comes into play, or when Lugh discovers who the hell the hero is and what ends up happening there. Like I am just like the only huge twist that could end up happening is if like Dia ends up being the hero or some shit like that. But regardless, like I'm very excited to see what comes next. I'm excited to see if there is a huge twist like D as the hero or something, or who the hero actually ends up being, and how does Lugh perceive the hero, and how does Lugh interact with the hero. I'm excited to see all of that. I think this anime can almost do no wrong. Like it has really solidified itself as one of the best. And if somebody's not watching it, get them to watch this, because it hits every note that I think the huge majority of anime fans really love, including myself. Regardless, that's all my thoughts this week. Dia, best girl? I think so. I'll see you guys next week for the next episode, and we'll see Lugh complete his first assassination. From me to you, my friends, thank you guys for being with me every single week, and I'll see you guys next week for Lugh's assassination, baby. Let's go. Peace out, guys.